Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm Lily, I'm the youngest member of the Walt Disney family, and if you're new here, remember to like, subscribe and hit the bell notification bell so you're notified every time a new video pops up. And this is Walt Disney. So today we're going to be talking about Epcot Food and Wine Festival, and I love Epcot's Food and Wine Festival because pretty much every time we've been at Disney it's been there, and it's so amazing. I absolutely love it and I can't wait to share it with you guys. So throughout the year in Epcot they have three festivals. They have Food and Wine, Flower and Garden and Festival of the Arts. And Food and Wine has only just recently started, so on the 29th of August, and it all runs all the way through to the 23rd of November. So it is a bit of a shorter time period than we have seen in other years, and if they were to keep it on this kind of time period, I think I'd prefer that, because if they were to keep it in like the shorter time, next year when we go, it will have it for a shorter time, but we'll also get to see Epcot just as Epcot and not in a festival mode. So I think that's very cool. And basically, Food and Wine, it just celebrates food and wine around the globe with global marketplaces, concerts, exclusive event-only merch, and scavenger hunts, and literally so much more, and so much food. So let's get into it. So what are some new things that we're going to be seeing this year? So this year, in all, there are 30 global marketplaces, or as we call them, booths. There are 5 new booths coming though. There's Bramblewood Bites, Milled and Mulled, Forest and Field, and Communicore Hall's Macatizers and Festival Favourites. The Festival Favourites has actually been open all summer, since Communicore Hall opened, but they've changed the menu completely and got a whole new menu just for Food and Wine. Unfortunately, we are saying goodbye to the Ireland and Kenya booths. They are gone, but I know some foods have come back in like the Festival Favourites menu. And all booths are to open at 11 a.m. and close when the park's closed. But that can vary and that can change, like literally for any reason. So we're going to get on to Emil's Fromage Montage. So we're starting with some food. And this Emil's Fromage Montage, Emile, the rat from Ratatouille, or one of the rats from Ratatouille, and Fromage Montage. Guys, it's all about cheese. We love, love, love cheese in this house. So when you first enter the park, you can go pick up a passport from any display from either entrance or at any of the booths. So what I mean by either entrance, so you can pick up a passport at International Gateway entrance or at the normal, regular, the front entrance, or you can go pick it up at any of the booths. And a side note, passports can actually be really helpful because they can give you like little menu, like favourites of all the menus for all the booths and tell you about all the booths that are there. And they include loads of activities, including Emil's Fromage Montage, and they just tell you, like, give you so many like hints and ideas. And I know that when we go next year, I will definitely show you guys our passport. But moving on, inside of the passport you will find a page for Emil's Fromage Montage, and it'll tell you what to do, and on one page it'll tell you what to do, and on the other it'll have a set of stamps, or like places where you need to put some stamps. And you can go all around the park and you can go and buy any cheese, like food. And you remember, you need to get a stamp. So before you pay, you say, oh, can I have my stamp for my cheesecake then, please? Then they'll stamp it. And once you've got all 5 stamps, then you can go to Shimmer and Sips and you can go collect your prize. Okay, so I'm hoping we got that last bit. The camera just like turned off. It was very weird. So we are working with a new camera at the moment. We're working with the DJI Osmo Pocket Creator 3, I think it is. And we've got mics, we've got everything. It's all so new. So it's like if you see it's not tracking my face at the moment. Track, there we go, face track enabled. There we go, so it'll like follow me about. So if you see it following me about, or if it's being weird, that's why. So it's very new to us. So what was I talking about? Emil's Fromage Montage, the cheesecake. Oh yeah, so last year they had like a little cheesecake as the prize, and it was in Emil's Fromage Montage cup that you do get to take home with you. And that I found was very cute. Like, I think it was like a little pink strawberry cheesecake, I think it was, with little bits of cheese on top, which I kind of found a bit wacky, but with little bits of cheese on top. Right, we're moving on to the best part, the food. So, we're going to start with the Macatizers booth in Communicore Hall. So this part is going to be the front half of the park, so the front half of Food and Wine Festival, and then I'll tell you when we switch to World Showcase. So the Macatizers booth in Communicore Hall is all about mac and cheese. So you can get all types of mac and cheese, and when I mean all types, I mean like all types of mac and cheese. Like you can get spicy mac and cheese. Like that's a bit weird. Then the Coastal Eats, which is near Mission Space. So that is mainly seafood you'll find there. So if you're looking for seafood, go to near Mission Space, Coastal Eats. Like it'll have shrimp, fish, all that kind of under the sea vibe. And then the Fry Basket is actually quite a popular booth as it has all different types of fries, and it also has a fry flight. So if you don't know what a fry flight is, it's basically you get 3 little cups of fries and they'll all have different fries in them. I think there's one with chili fries, like, so fries with chili on them. Some beef fries, like fries with some like beef stuff on them. And then I can't remember the last one. But basically you get 3 little pots of fries that you get to try. And I think that's really cool because it gives you like a little taster of everything. But knowing Disney, it's probably going to be something around, I want to say like $20, somewhere between in that price range. And I think it is quite a popular booth because of the fry flight, because you get to try loads of different fries. And when I mean loads of different fries, I mean loads of different fries. Like there's so many to choose from. Then the Brewing Lab at the Odyssey, that I think is my favourite. It is my favourite place to eat. So the Brewing Lab, they changed the Odyssey like Muppets themed, and they have like loads of Muppets. I wanted them to actually bring out Muppets, but sadly they don't. But it's like the Muppets, they've taken over the Odyssey and they've made like loads of creations, like the pickle milkshake. And last year we had the pickle milkshake. Wasn't really my favourite. It was a bit funky, it was different. Let's put it that way, it was different. But I do know some of the things that are coming back from last year. So they have the pickle milkshake coming back again, because that seemed to be a big hit. They have the PB&J sticky wings. I loved them. They were so nice. They have the frozen fusion coming back as well. And then they also have fried pickle spears and a dill ranch sauce. Now, that's wacky. That's like sticking on the pickle theme. And I think I was watching a vlog and someone like dipped it in the pickle milkshake, and I was just like, oh my God, like, oh. But I am super happy about this, guys. The sprouts are not coming back. They're not coming back. I'm so happy about this. I don't think anyone understands my excitement. The sprouts are not coming back. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. If you guys watched guys watched our 2023 vlog series, you will know I did not like them at all. And then Bramblewood Bites, so that is new. So this is a new booth, and they are a very fruit-based like eatery. So I was looking at their menu and they had lots of like fruit. Well, not fruit, but like food with fruits. They had loads of berries. Like I think they had like a berry platter as well, like fruit platter. So that is quite cool. And it is like literally there is fruit in everything. You will find a piece of fruit, berries, something incorporated in with the food. So I think that is very cool. Milled and Mulled, also a new booth. They have actually got some recognisable food. So I think they've kind of brought some foods from other places. They've kind of put them there. Then Forest and Field, that is, again, a new booth. And when I was looking at the menu, it was very, like, autumny, fall kind of based. So they had like butternut squash, they had like pumpkin, they had apple cinnamon, like very fall, autumny kind of vibes. Shimmering Sips, that's where you can get your Meals Fromage Montage prize. They have a few cakes that are there, but it's mainly drinks that they do, obviously Shimmering Sips. And they also have a new mimosa flight that I saw on the menu. And I'm not sure if we've got any mimosa fans watching, but they have got a new mimosa flight and it looks very nice. So again, it's 3 little like tasters of what you can get. Then Australia and Hawaii. So I've put them together because they are both booths that you can go and see before you actually enter World Showcase. And they're like just on the edge before you enter World Showcase to give you a little taster. And it looks really nice. They both look like gorgeous. And I don't think we've actually eaten there. I think next year a goal of ours is to maybe try at least one thing from nearly all the booths. So fingers crossed we actually get to do that, but we're not sure. Okay, so that is the end of the front like part of Food and Wine. Now it's time to move on to World Showcase. This is, and I'm flailing my hands about, but this is where like all the like global booths come in. So Canada, they don't really have anything new coming to their menu. I have looked and they don't really have anything new coming to their menu. It's really just the same as what they had last year. And the UK Beer Cart, they have a new Food and Wine drink, especially for Food and Wine, but again, kind of the same as what they had last year. And this is what we'll find for some of them, that they will have the same as last year, because maybe last year they had a massive hit with loads of them, like with their foods, whereas some didn't, so they may have got a whole new menu. So that's sometimes what you'll find. And I'm also going in order, by the way, so I'm going in order of where they go around World Showcase. So France, they've got loads of new French delicacies with their food, but they do also have some from previous years, but they do have quite a lot of new French delicacies. They have an escargot brioche, and when I read that, I had to double check. I was like, is that right? I was like, whew, give me little tingles. I didn't like that. Brazil. So Brazil, their food looks really nice. I've never really seen it before or really noticed it because it is in between France, the French pavilion and the Morocco pavilion. So Brazil doesn't really have its own, what would you call it, pavilion yet. But their food, it looks really nice. But I do know they have actually brought in some of like the native Brazilian food and drinks. And so some of the native food that you'll find in Brazil. And I think that's really cool because you get to have like a little taste of what it would be like. In Belgium, again, it had the same menu as last year, but I never really noticed it before because it is just kind of, doesn't have its own pavilion yet. Yet. I really want them to be a Belgian pavilion because you can have Belgian waffles all the time and not just during Food and Wine Festival. So like again, same menu, but they do have some Belgian waffles and oh, gorgeous. I love Belgian waffles. Then Morocco, it has the same food as last year again, but it's always delicious, is Morocco food, and it's just such a nice environment to be in because it's just so cool and the colour scheme is amazing. And did you know, if you stood on the opposite side of the park, just opposite Morocco, you'll actually see Tower of Terror in the background. And it doesn't stick out as much because the way they painted Tower of Terror was to match the Morocco like colour scheme, so it would blend in so it wouldn't stand out as obvious. That's a very cool fact for you. And then Greece. So Greece, again, it's same food, but they have some new drinks and they do look really nice. Like, I think there's a margarita, so they look very lovely. The Flavours of America, they have got an entirely new menu, but it's all based around hot dogs. So when I was actually telling this to my dad, he was like, so it's kind of like Casey's Corner. And I was like, well, yeah, it's kind of, they've kind of brought Casey's Corner in, but with hot dogs. But I know you can get all sorts of hot dogs. You can try all sorts of different hot dogs. So that'll be very cool for all you hot dog fans. Italy, they have some new foods. They have a new nachos platter, like a new nachos plate. And they have the same drinks. I've noticed that they do have the same drinks. But they've got some new foods like the new nachos, and they have cheesecake. Guys, I love cheesecake. I'm so excited. I really hope they keep that for next year. Spain, they have a new Spanish charcuterie board, and oh my God, guys, I love a charcuterie board. Like, oh, so nice. So hopefully they have that next year because it looks gorgeous. Like, it looks divine, literally. In Germany, we normally get the pretzel and Schafferhofer, and Germany's it's just the same as Germany. It's the same as always, same menu as last year. But they've still got the pretzel and Schafferhofer. I love the pretzel. My parents love the Schafferhofer. The Alps. So I've never really noticed this. When I was reading, I saw some like Disney on the Disney website. I saw it said about the Alps. I was like, never noticed that. So I can't really say much about it because obviously I've never tried any of the foods. I've never really looked at the menu before because I've never noticed it. So I think Disney, I think you need to bring out the Alps a bit more because the food did actually look quite nice when I was reading it. India, again, never tried it, but I do love nice Indian. So the food looks gorgeous. Like, oh, guys, it looks amazing. In China, they've got a new noodle like bowl, and they've also got bubble tea. I love bubble tea. I think bubble tea's not new. I know they've had it before. They've had it quite a few times before, but I've never actually tried it. So I think I need to try it. I definitely need to try it. In Mexico, Mexico, guys, do you guys start in Canada or do you go hit the drink straight in Mexico? I think we normally start in Canada, but we don't really plan to start anywhere. We just kind of mix it up. We'll just see where we go. If we were to start in Mexico, it'll be because we want to go on the Grand Fiesta tour. But I know they've got some new drinks, but nothing really new food-wise. And that is all of World Showcase. That's the little food portion of World Showcase. Now, carrying on with food, we're going to talk about Eat to the Beat. So, Eat to the Beat is a concert with different bands each night from the 80s, 90s and thousands. I know they have like Smash Mouth, Boys to Men. They've got some amazing bands. And it takes place in the American Gardens Theatre, and there's different show times at 5:30, 6:45 and 8 p.m. And it can change depending on weather. The bands could change each night depending on if anyone calls out sick. And basically you go eat and you queue up in a queue to go watch these concerts, and you go sit in the theatre. It's not an indoor theatre, by the way, it is an outdoor theatre. So if you're like walking by, you'd be able to like hear it. And you'd queue up, you'd go find a seat because there's no real reservations you can get for them unless you've got a dining plan, which I will talk about, or a dining package, which I will talk about in a minute. But you go eat and then you'll queue up and then you'll go sit down. But don't be disheartened if you don't get a seat, because sometimes you might have been a few minutes too late and all the seats might have filled up. So it's kind of like it's kind of a first come first serve kind of way. But the dining package, so you can eat with the dining package, you'll book it and you'll eat at any of these restaurants. So you can eat at, so I'm very sorry if my pronunciations are a bit bad here. So Arcasho's Banquet Hall, Biergarten Restaurant, Coral Reef Restaurant, Garden Grill, Les Cellier Steakhouse, Rose and Crown, Regal Eagle Smokehouse. And basically if you eat at any of them, and then you'll eat there, and they can accept same day like plans, but it's kind of rare you'll get one. And then you'll go and queue up for a place there, and again, it's not, how do I put it? How my words are being jumbled up. And again, it's you'll queue up, but this time you will get a seat. So there's a reserved section just for people with the dining package. So you will get your own like area to watch, and you will get a seat. It's not a case of, oh, first come, first serve. This is, if you're on a dining package, you will get a seat. There's no question about it, really. And then you'll sit down and you'll watch Eat to the Beat. And it looks very cool. Like the whole set of everything, it just looks so nice. Okay, now we're going to talk about scavenger hunts. So there are 2 scavenger hunts that go on during Epcot's Food and Wine. You have Remy's Ratatouille Hide and Squeak scavenger hunt and Pluto's Pumpkin Pursuit. Now, Pluto's Pumpkin Pursuit does end on the 1st of November, but I know Remy's, that carries on all the way through the festival. So they basically follow the same rules. So you'll purchase a map for $10 for, you could do one day, the other, or you could do them both at the same time. At any shop around the park, any shop you can buy them from for $10, and you would go around the park looking for either pumpkins, Disney-themed pumpkins, for Pluto's Pumpkin Pursuit, or you would go looking for little rats, little Remy statues around the park for Remy's. And once you've found like each thing, you'll have a sticker sheet and you'll stick the sticker of the statue where you saw it on your map, and then you can go, once you've finished it, you can go back to any of the shops. So it doesn't have to be the exact same shop as what you bought it from, but you can go to a shop, show them your map, show them all your stickers have completed, and then they'll give you a prize. And basically they don't always have the prizes in stock. So sometimes people will some people will claim the prizes before they even complete the scavenger hunt because they don't want them to run out of stock. I know I was watching one lady and she did the scavenger hunts, but when she went and got to go hand both of them in, they only had prizes for the Pluto Pumpkin Pursuit, so she got 2 Pluto prizes. And I know the Pluto prizes, they were little zippers, and they were like pumpkins with little Mickey ears on them, and you could get different stickered characters on. And it was very cool, and I would love to do it because I don't think I've ever actually done it before, and it looks really cool, so I would love to do that. Okay, moving on to merch. So this year they have 4 different collections. They have the Festival Logo Collection, the Chef Mickey Collection, the Chef Remy Collection, and the Chef Figment Collection. So you can get any of these collections. You can get them in spirit jerseys, hats, homeware, bags, kitchen like utensils. Like you can get little bowls, and so if you were to buy them from any collection, they'd have the little signature guy on. So like if you were to buy something from Chef Mickey's collection, you could buy a bowl and it would have Chef Mickey in the middle. If you were to buy Chef Figment, you could get a lounge. You can get a lounge fly with Chef Figment on it, and it's really, really cute. And something they also do have is lug bags. And the lug bags are new this year, and they're like little rectangles, and they've got like different characters on. So I've seen an orange bird one so far, and I've seen a Figment one so far. And they're a little bag that you can just put like essentials in, like your keys, your wallet, your phone. And then magic shots. This is what my mind was getting puzzled. Magic shots. So you can get magic shots with Disney PhotoPass photographers anywhere. So I know when we book, we get Memory Maker, and you can go and you can take magic shots. So anywhere around the park, you can get Remy magic shots because he's the mascot for Food and Wine, because he's obviously known as the cooking rat, and he is amazing at cooking. But like if you were to go stand outside the Odyssey, I don't think we've actually got it, but you can take one as if you're making potions for the brewing lab. You can do one in France with Remy, like a big Remy. There's so many different magic shots you can do, and it is so cool. And some of them are just normal ones, or you can do a Food and Wine themed one. And I would love to do one because I don't think we've actually done one before. I think we've just had the normal magic shots, so I don't think we've actually got a little Food and Wine one. So I'll try and insert a photo here of our normal magic shots. And then, so this year it does actually seem quite shorter, does Food and Wine, than it has been in other years, like the time they've had it, which I do think is kind of a good thing, because I would love to see Epcot just as Epcot. Like, cause I've only seen it during a festival. I've only seen it during Food and Wine. I've never seen it just as normal Epcot. So I think that'll be very cool. So if they keep it the same dates next year, which they probably won't, because they probably will change them a bit, then we would actually get to see Epcot just as normal Epcot, which I think will be very nice. And there is still more to be announced, and there is still more stuff being announced over the course of the festival. And in the Communicore area, they've got a stage, and the Encanto show that was that was supposed to end. They've extended that. So they've extended the show for like indefinitely. So they've extended it for quite a while now. So you get to go, so make sure to go catch the Encanto show. And yeah, so that is it for my food and wine. I think I've covered everything I need to cover. So yeah, like I said, guys, I love doing these videos for you guys. It's like, it gives me something to do and it's so much fun. I absolutely love it. And I appreciate all your support, guys. Like, I love you all so much and I don't think you understand, like, oh, you're all so amazing. So I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did. Remember to hit the bell, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell notification bell so you're notified every time a new video pops up. And we'll see you guys soon. Remember, live your best life. Mwah!